Matt Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome. Wednesday already. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. What a State of the Union address last night. I thought it was great.
I did too.
I actually enjoyed the speech start to finish. And it was about, 5.5, 6 hours long?
Close
I think it
to 6.
just wrapped up about half an hour ago.
Yeah. I had to listen to the rest of it driving in because I had to go to work.
It was actually very, very good. And it didn't seem like an hour and a half. I think it was, it wasn't an hour and a half. I think it was was it an hour and 17 minutes, I think I heard?
I will say that,
But it went by pretty well.
It did.
I was irritated by the continual interruption.
I was going to say, the clapping.
Jeez. Stop!
It's got to get under control.
You can't do it every sentence.
Yeah.
Okay? Every sentence, you don't need to... okay, thank you.
He just walked up on the stage there. Why are we clapping? Now he turned around and we're clapping for that?
Mm-hmm. And...
Okay.
Wait, you're clapping for and?
And he opened the book, and that's worth clapping for?
And the... Wait, is standing ovation for the?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was irritating. But the speech was great. And what a statement those Democrats made last night.
Did they ever?
What an anti-American, anti-human being, anti-decency group of people. Wow. I mean,
that was
they
tough.
were despicable.
Yeah.
Some of the things that they couldn't applaud, that they couldn't stand for. Are you telling me you don't want protection for people with pre-existing conditions? For a health care plan that protects people with pre-existing conditions. I thought you were all about that. Nope, only if a Democrat proposes it do we like it. No, we're not from him, not from you. Medicare and Social Security going to be protected. No, I don't like that when it comes from him. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-mm. I'm sorry, we only care about that if Democrats do it. Yeah, we don't like it right now. Seriously. It was proof that if Trump is on board, they're not. It's that simple.
Right. I mean, they refuse to applaud. Not just stand up, but just not even applaud. The roaring economy.
Yeah.
And the low unemployment number. Yeah, so many opportunities.
American heroes, the 9-year-old girl.
Right.
I mean, they were jeering her. There was, Glenn said afterwards, I couldn't hear it really through television. But he said that in the chamber, you could hear them jeering the little girl who got the voucher for school. No, we don't like little girls. No.
They apparently don't. They don't like females anymore because they didn't cheer low unemployment for women either.
No, they didn't. They didn't cheer low unemployment for blacks. Lowest ever for blacks. You don't cheer that? I thought you were all about that. Nope. Not if a Republican was in office when it happened. No. You don't understand that the minorities are just pawns to us? Huh. Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah. And there were so many moments where Trump praised minorities.
Oh, the whole thing was about women and minorities.
The 100-year-old Tuskegee Airman who was there with his
awesome.
great-grandson, that was dynamic.
Awesome.
But and I love how he brought in the single mom with the voucher thing you mentioned.
Yep.
But I mean, he dropped in MLK,
sure
Harriet Tubman.
Right. No, we don't like them. Not when a Republican talks about them.
Yeah.
In fact, you
Frederick
can't
Douglass,
talk about them.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's 100-year-old Charles McGee. Yeah. If you just looked at that guy, didn't know how old he was. How old would you think he was? 60 maybe?
Oh, he looked good, man. He looked young.
Black don't crack. We used to hear that all the time from Glenn's assistant, and she's right. Black don't crack.
Michelle.
And so he looked great.
Yeah.
Still has his faculties, still walking around on his own.
Yeah.
He was at the Super Bowl, too.
That's what I thought. I thought he was that guy, too. Yeah.
So he's had pretty great couple of days.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of traveling. My goodness. Flying like that at 100 years old.
Yeah.
And I just felt bad for him because he had to keep standing up and sitting down and standing up and sitting down.
Right. Jeez.
Oh, the Lumbee tribe got more money or something. Did you hear that?
Well, the high-speed internet thing?
Right?
Yeah, we're going to do high-speed internet, I guess, for free. That's great.
I guess we haven't quite covered every tribe.
I guess not, but it was reminiscent of Rhonda Locklear.
My name is Rhonda Locklear. I'm from Pembroke.
Right.
And I'm a member of the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina.
Okay, sure.
I have 2 children. And like any mother, I want the best for my boys.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Jacob, my oldest, is a transferring student to UNC Pembroke.
All right.
And Isaac is in the 8th grade at Pembroke Middle School.
I see. All right.
Like most families across the state who either don't have access to high-speed internet,
no access,
or who can't afford it.
Can't afford it.
We were stuck with dial-up service in our home until 2 months ago.
Don't say that.
I feel that this has put my family, my sons in particular, at a severe disadvantage.
Are you kidding me?
No,
of course
you
it
did.
does.
You did.
Isaac depends on the internet,
obviously,
to complete his assignments for school.
Yeah, that's what he's doing back there.
Yeah,
he often uses the internet to work on reports, projects,
right. Surf
or
for
often
porn.
at times to just do research.
Just do research.
Got to keep that computer in the living room,
I watched
Rhonda.
him struggle with the dial-up service and observed him get frustrated.
Yeah, he did.
Well, then don't
because
look.
he could not move around on the web like he likes and needed to do.
Like he likes and needed to do.
Seemingly easy assignments took him hours to complete.
Sure. Well, he's not that smart.
It's very disheartening to watch.
Yeah.
Isaac got very upset,
Did you get him checked?
discouraged,
Get that
and
shit checked,
frustrated
right?
You should.
because he could not do what he needed to do.
He's
Yeah.
frustrated.
As a mother, it breaks my heart and causes me to feel that I have failed him
Well, you did.
in some way.
You have. You obviously have. So now maybe with this new initiative to get high-speed internet everywhere, there'll never be another mother like this. Mother like this.
And we'll never have to use the word baud rate again.
Everybody will be able to surf the internet like they like. And that's what we're all looking for.
My goodness.
Right? And I'm willing to pay for people to surf the internet like they like. Because I should. I should have to, right? And so should you. We should all have to. And we're going to.
Yes, what is that?
Then we, of course, had I've never seen anything like it. Nancy Pelosi stands up at the very end. I mean, right after the finish, and rips in half the presidential speech.
Wow, that was
despicable,
stunning, even for her.
Yeah, even for her, you wouldn't have expected that. I've never seen the like of it.
And what was her quote afterward? She said that was the most classy thing I could do. Tears up speech. Let's see. I don't know. She said something like that. Like that was the
wow.
That was the most classy thing I could do. Oh, here we go. Told reporters, I love pop-ups.
She's pathetic. That is really. Nobody did that even in the era of Barack Obama.
So divided.
When we disliked him with all the intensity of a billion white-hot burning suns, nobody stood up at the end and tore his speech in half. What disrespect. What ugliness.
Yeah, she said it was the courteous thing to do considering the alternative. What was the alternative?
The alternative, I'm sorry, is to get up and walk off the lectern. That's what the alternative is.
Show some
what are you
respect.
talking about? That's really unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And the women in white again doing the women's suffragette thing. Okay, it's so. Do you know you already got the vote, right? You can vote.
But they can't.
All vote.
They can't show respect for the other women that were in attendance because they were being praised by a Republican president.
Yeah. And they were women of color, by the way.
Yep.
In most cases. Jeez.
And what a night.
Man,
what a sad night for this country.
Well, it shows how deeply divided we are. It shows that we are on the verge of I don't know what.
Something bad.
I don't know what, but it's not good. Yeah, it's not good. I mean, I don't know what it felt like, obviously. None of us do, right before the Civil War, but you could imagine it was something like this. Where both sides just hate each other's guts.
It doesn't matter.
And you can't talk to them.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You cannot say anything to the other side and have just a respectful, reasonable conversation as two Americans.
Right.
And if you ever want that illustrated, go to Twitter from a couple of days ago and look at the reaction to Rush Limbaugh announcing that he has cancer. That right there, human decency.
Completely out the window
goodbye.
there.
Politics, you hear the phrase, politics is a religion.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That phrase has never been more true than in the year 2020 in America.
Listen to some of the things they tweeted about Rush. From Nick Jack Pappas. I'm so sorry for lung cancer. No one deserves Rush Limbaugh. Okay.
Wow.
I wish him the best medical care he's worked on denying others. Oh. No, he hasn't worked on denying medical care to anybody. From the rude pundit. Yeah, no, the high road is for losers. F you, Rush Limbaugh. F you in hell. Nice.
There you go.
Okay. Things like, he literally has encouraged right-wing politicians to harm people. No, he literally has not ever done that. Deprive health care, imprison innocent children, and let people die. Wow. Lives will be saved when he's gone. Couldn't have happened to a better person. I guess since he's a cancer to society, life is imitating art here. Karma. God works in mysterious ways. These are people who don't even believe in God, using him against people as a battering ram. It's really evil. It's evil. Such a painful disease, the suffering he'll experience, the anguish of facing death after his despicable life will be a burden so heavy it will destroy his soul. I'm sorry anyone has cancer. I won't have to worry. I won't have to be sorry to have someone who lies off the airwaves. I've never wished a man dead, but I've read some obituaries with great pleasure. Your time has come, you vicious, racist POS.
Wow.
I don't know what POS is. What?
Piece of.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Does that mean he'll stop spreading hatred toward minorities from now on? Then that's okay. What hatred toward minorities has Rush Limbaugh ever spread? And then this, simply, good riddance. I mean, these are vile, evil animals. There was really no words to describe how horrible these people are. And they continually prove what a lie it is when they preach to us about tolerance, diversity, inclusion. They're only about oppression and fascism and one point of view. They don't want anything like diversity or inclusion or tolerance. They don't tolerate anything that doesn't look and sound exactly like them.
And they can't take one breath to talk about all of the good he has done
No, right.
for leukemia research.
Oh, for so many causes. I mean, it's unbelievable. I will say, now maybe Glenn will have a different take on this, but when he got the Medal of Honor the Medal of Freedom last night, when the president stopped and talked about Rush, and I have to admit, he was sitting right next to the First Lady. And when they first showed him next to the First Lady, I thought, who's that guy? Wonder who that is. I didn't even recognize him with that beard.
Yeah.
Did you? At first, I was like, wait, that's Rush? Which video do we have of Rush? Do we have it where the president's talking about him? All right, here's
Almost
that
every
section.
American family knows the pain when a loved one is diagnosed with a serious illness. Here tonight is a special man, beloved by millions of Americans, who just received a stage 4 advanced cancer diagnosis. This is not good news, but what is good news is that he is the greatest fighter and winner that you will ever meet. Rush Limbaugh, thank you for your decades of tireless devotion to our country.
It's nice.
Very
And
genuine.
Rush, In recognition of all that you have done for our nation, the millions of people a day that you speak to and that you inspire, and all of the incredible work that you have done for charity, I am proud to announce tonight that you will be receiving our country's highest civilian honor, the Presidential
Pause it for a
Medal
second.
of
So there
Freedom.
were some oh no's.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
And then Pelosi wouldn't even stand up for him
So
originally.
I take that back. Yeah.
I mean,
and she's looking the other way.
Yeah.
Everybody else is looking towards Rush. She's looking the other way.
petty.
Juvenile. Vile. Evil. These people are just the worst that I can ever remember being in government. All right, do we have the rest? What's the rest of this?
Very genuine
See him
moment.
receive the medal.
He is stunned. Look at that.
I was surprised that it happened right then and there.
Right.
I thought they were going to give it to him later, but nope.
How great. Look at that. Such a genuine moment.
Yeah, he
for
actually
Rush.
breaks down and sheds some tears.
That's so awesome. He's crying. I love it.
And he's not even on the air today to talk about it.
Yeah.
I will now ask the First Lady of the United States to present you with the honor, please.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was some dispute there. Jeez.
Unbelievable. This
Unreal.
Where we're at in this country.
Really bad.
Good grief.
And she puts the Medal of Honor, the Medal of Freedom on him.
I'd be so nervous if I were her trying to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just too uncoordinated. I'd be like, I'm just going to hand it to you.
That's pretty cool.
That is so great. What a moment, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty amazing. I mean, think about... All right, that's awesome. Think about if there was no Rush Limbaugh. Think about if he continued in sports and worked for the Kansas City Chiefs or whatever and just stayed in that line of work and he was a sports marketer and talk radio never transitioned from the crappy, messed up chaos it was to what it is today. And all of his influence, if that never happened, really amazing to think of. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let me take 60 seconds now to tell you about Ruff Greens. That's R-U-F-F Greens. You know, dry dog food, I guess, because of, I love government regulations. It's awesome that they even get into the dog food industry. That's fantastic. So they've mandated that it's got to last 2 to 3 years on the shelf. All right. Man, if you haven't sold it after 6-8 months, throw it away.
No kidding.
Okay? Dry dog food manufacturers have to sterilize the food so it kills everything. All the good stuff that would have been in it, the enzymes, probiotics, vitamins, healthy microbacteria, all of that is just burned out of it. It's dead food. That's why I love the fact that I've found Ruff Greens VitaSmart. First of all, it's not dog food. It's a healthy supplement that puts into your dog's food all the live nutrients that are necessary for superior dog health. I'm already seeing the difference, and it's only been a week or two with my dog. She's starting to act like a puppy again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really great.
That's cute.
And she absolutely loves it. For whatever reason, it's enhanced the flavor to her. She gobbles her food down now. So, there's that as well. Ruff Greens VitaSmart will make your dog's food better in more ways than one. If you want your dog to thrive again, just go to ruffgreens.com/blaze. That's ruffgreens.com/blaze or call 833-MY-DOG. 833-33-MY-DOG.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Yes. Yes, it is. Thank you for noticing. And we're available on Apple iTunes, of course. The podcast at any time. Download it there. iHeart, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Google Chrome, YouTube. Our YouTube channel, we're populating with all kinds of different stuff. You can check that out. YouTube.com/Pat Gray. And click the bell on there, and then it'll ding, and you'll be alerted when new stuff arrives. That's my understanding, anyway.
Yeah.
Is that a correct understanding?
Yeah, I don't think a bell actually rings.
But you get an alarm, or you get a
little alert. Yep.
An alert, yeah.
And all that list that you just talked about, all the places you can download. I mean, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of podcast places to go, apps to use. So
Yes.
we've got that list. We'll pin it to the top of Pat Unleashed on Twitter today if you want to check it out.
And we started talking last week or the week before about not going to SoundCloud. That's not even a thing anymore because I guess they don't do the podcast anymore.
Doesn't even upload. Yeah.
So that's great. Good, because it didn't count. So it was really hurting us, actually. We just found, thousands of people that were using SoundCloud that we never got credit for. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. So let's go back to the very beginning of the State of the Union address last night. It's such a weird ritual, I guess. The walking in, and they announced him in a different way, too. They just said the President of the United States. Usually they say it's my great honor and privilege to introduce to you, blah, 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 blah. They skipped all that. Just went, here's the President of the United States.
Yeah, and
interesting.
It looked like, doesn't Pelosi supposed to announce him? And I know she was reaching for the microphone.
And she did at the end.
Oh,
Yeah,
at the end,
she did right before he spoke, because she has to. But he presents her and the Vice President, Mike Pence, with a copy of the speech. And here's what happened there. Here's that little gem. A lot of fun at the very beginning. There he is walking through
through there. Hello, everyone. Glad handed.
For the first time, maybe ever, I didn't see Sheila Jackson Lee trying to jump all over the president and make sure she got on camera. So he steps up to the lectern, and
there's the copies of the speech.
There's the copies.
Now watch, he's going to hand one to Mike Pence.
Right. Turns, hands it to
go.
Mike.
All right, here you go, Nancy.
And
Here's
Nancy,
your copy.
She extends her hand. He turns around.
All right.
Honestly, I don't blame him.
And
I don't blame him. And I'm not sure, because he didn't shake Pence's hand.
Exactly. So he didn't shake Pence's hand. He didn't
Yeah.
shake her hand. And I'm torn. It's like a 50-50 chance that he didn't see her hand.
It's possible. It's possible, too. He's just so pissed off. He just didn't want anything to do with it. Maybe that's
speech.
true, too.
Sit down.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want any of your falseness, any of your fake extending the arm of friendship. No, thank you. It's not real. He knows she hates him. I'm sure he's not that pleased with her. So that was an interesting moment. Then the president talked about the economic news, and it's all good, and it's all true. It's all real. I don't know. I don't know how you don't applaud this, but the Democrats didn't. Here's that section. And it goes a little something like this.
The computer
Trump
is loading.
praises
It. No, it's loading.
No, it's loading?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's churning right now.
Oh, all right. Mm-hmm. How long is it going to churn? Do we have
I don't
any
know.
idea?
I can't answer that question because I'm in here.
Oh, I see. I thought maybe somebody was speaking in your ear and they told you how long it was going to be. But
No.
Since my election, we've created 7 million new jobs, 5 million more than government experts projected during the previous administration.
And Democrats don't find that to be good news.
There's the Dems. Just sitting there on their hands.
The unemployment rate is the lowest in over half a century.
Yeah, they don't like that either. Yeah, we don't.
And very incredibly, the average unemployment rate under my administration is lower than any administration in the history of our country.
And the Democrats aren't pleased with that.
Yeah,
well, a couple are. One or two stood up. Okay. A few of them in the back. And then there's mostly no.
If we hadn't reversed the failed economic policies of the previous administration, the world would not now be witnessing this great economic success.
And it kills them.
Oh, they
my
hate it so
goodness,
much.
it kills them.
They hate it so much. They hate him so much.
Goodness.
I really believe they dislike America.
Unemployment rate for African Americans,
Okay, here we go.
Hispanic Americans, and Asian Americans has reached the lowest levels in history.
Oh, they'll stand up for this. Here we go. Everybody stand up.
Yeah, we're all about minorities. Oh, nope. No, we're not. No, and we don't like that right now. We don't like that. We want it to be really high right now. Ah, dang it. Ah, darn those low unemployment numbers.
Youth unemployment has reached an all-time low.
African-American youth unemployment,
Yeah, we don't like that.
Why not?
Yeah, because
African-American poverty
not under
has
our
declined
regime.
to the lowest rate ever
This is good
recorded.
news for Americans.
Good news.
Good news for America.
Nope, not to Democrats.
Oh, wait. Is it an election year?
For women reached the lowest
Unreal.
level in almost 70 years, and last year women filled 72% of all new jobs added.
Surely they'll stand for women, right? They're all dressed in white. It's Women's Solidarity Day.
Women.
Nope. Huh.
Women.
No, they don't like that either. Huh?
What in the
Even though they're women and they're dressed in white.
The veterans' unemployment rate dropped to
veterans.
a record low.
Veterans.
Yeah.
Yay!
No, we don't.
No.
We don't like that either.
Like those
I don't want that. Actually, they don't show them now.
Unemployment rate
So
for disabled Americans has reached an all-time low.
Yes, low unemployment for
no, don't want that. No, we don't want that.
No. No, wait.
Jeez, man. What is going on in our
Workers without
country?
a high school diploma have achieved the lowest unemployment rate recorded in U.S. history.
Well, that's good. Everybody can make it. Yeah. Are we gonna? Not gonna clap for that one either.
No, I don't like that.
A record number of
weird.
young Americans are now employed.
Yeah, all right. So everyone's getting a job that wants a job.
No,
That's
I
good.
don't. No,
That's not good.
Under the last administration, more than 10 million people were added to the food stamp rolls.
Okay.
Under my administration, 7 million Americans have come off food stamps, and 10 million people have been lifted off of welfare.
No, we want them on
They can
welfare.
take care of themselves.
No, we don't want that.
Why do
We
you-
want them on the plantation,
What?
on the Democrat plantation. If they're off food stamps, that's not good for us. We lose control. I don't like it. No.
But
But
they're helping themselves.
No, I don't want them to. They need to rely on us.
That's not the really.
We know better than they do.
But America's
And we need to actually keep them hungry because it's good for them when they're eating less.
okay.
Look how fat some of them have gotten.
Michael Bloomberg chiming in all of a sudden.
Wow, is that amazing stuff? And here's the interesting part of that. That's not subjective information. It's all real. It is the lowest unemployment rate for African Americans and for women in 70 years, and for Hispanics, and his average unemployment rate since he took office is the lowest in American history. I mean, you can't argue with with those stats, and you don't like it. What is it? Why are you sitting on your hands for that? That's not good for the country. Really?
Tell you what.
I don't know.
If you can't see the difference in the two parties last night, you're never going to see the difference.
You're blind. If you can't see it, you're absolutely
One's rooting for
blind.
America and one is rooting against it. Terrible.
Wow.
That was a stark difference last night.
Crazy.
On display.
I mean, and it was so obvious every single time something came up that was good for all Americans. They didn't care about it. They didn't want to hear it. They weren't for it. Now, if you would have said, I'm going to see to it that every baby is aborted in this country so that we don't have any more live births. Oh, they would have got up on their chairs, screamed at the top of their lungs in agreement. Yeah! Killing babies. Yeah! Now there we can get behind that.
Not far
And
from
there
the
was
truth, yeah.
there was an abortion portion. An abortion portion where they talked about late-term abortions being banned, and they did not like that either.
Nope.
Chewing the Fat coming up next.
Pat Gray, the Blaze Radio Network.
I know, it's true. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter, where Keystone Pig tweets, all the left does is talk about the hatred and violent rhetoric of conservatives, yet they live it.
Sure do.
Wear it as a badge of honor and celebrate it. From James, LOL, Rush is so racist. He's spent every day for the last 30-plus years working with a black man. Yeah, Bo Snerdley. I don't know if a lot of people know that.
They probably don't.
Bob Loblaw. Of course, Democrats won't applaud lower unemployment. Their ideology depends on high unemployment, which equates to high government dependency. Yes. From Atticus, the primary thing I saw with Pelosi was her trying to keep her dentures in the entire time. Yeah, we've got some pictures.
Yeah, that was rough, man.
Of Nancy that you may have missed last night if you looked away really quick.
Look at
there. She was looking through papers on how to apply Fixodent.
Okay.
Then we caught her in her true self. There she is, the emperor. Oh, my friends, I think you'll find that I'm not going to allow any of this agenda.
Right. The emperor may have had more compassion last night than Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, man. Wow. I think she really miscalculated on that, tearing up the speech at the end. Yes. That's not going to fly. I mean, I guess the thing spiked in that continual survey they do during the, where you have...
Yeah.
I don't know. Where do they do that? Still in Columbus, the little meter thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do Democrats and Republicans. And I think the Democrats spiked pretty high when that happened. But I think most right-thinking Democrats, if there is such a thing...
I don't know if there's any left.
They can't be happy with that. That was really uncool and disrespectful and awful.
I mean...
Really awful.
That manifesto of mistruths that he spoke.
That was the most polite thing she could do, considering the alternative. Hey. Okay, shut up.
You just tore up the video sheet.
Yeah, no, I'm sick of that.
Yeah, that wasn't a speech or anything. So okay. There were no mistruths on that. Yeah. So anyway, time to welcome Jeffy in with Chewing the Fat.
Hey, we haven't had a chance to talk. How about the Super Bowl? Tremendous. Exciting game. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you. No problem. Thank you.
Yeah, just wait till the applause.
More on trivia was correct. Thank you. There were a few commercials that were, exciting and funny that got us through the game. Thank you. Thank you. And the halftime show was tremendous. I know it was tremendous. Shakira was great.
It was really awful, and it was
what?
It was awful.
Shakira was great.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was. She was great.
It was bad music. It
was stop.
Inappropriate.
They're dancing on stage. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
I saw what they were
inappropriate.
Doing. I saw what they were doing.
Oh my gosh!
Come on now.
Oh, stop!
Wait a minute.
Did you turn the TV off and tell the family don't look?
My family wasn't there. I was the only one watching. So no. The rest of my family was not watching the Super Bowl.
We changed the channel when the dominatrix J-Lo entered the arena.
On the pole dancing? No, that's totally... gather around the TV, kids.
Her latest movie. That's what she does.
Around.
That's what she is.
I don't care if that's her latest movie. That's not cool. It's not.
And then she turned away from the camera and...
I mean...
A lot going on back there.
What they were doing the other night at the Super Bowl made the Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction look like a church event.
I know. Good times.
Come on.
Exactly.
Good times.
Come on.
Good times.
On. That's how far and how fast we have tumbled. Come on.
I like it.
Yeah, I know you do. All right. What else?
And we had Mattress Mac lose another $1 million.
No,
Super
really?
Bowl game. Yeah.
How?
Because he bet the point spread. He took San Francisco, and it was the Chiefs won by 11 points. Have a nice day.
Wow.
Oof.
So Mattress Mac, if you don't know, he's a big furniture guy in Houston and a really big philanthropist.
Yeah.
And he's got these commercials that are terrible, but everybody loves him. And he's such a good guy. And when it floods in Houston, which is about every other day,
He takes care of the people.
Takes care of people who are homeless or looking for a place, and he puts them in his furniture store.
I know, just on the mattress says sleep here. Go ahead, sleep there.
Yeah.
Was the bet associated with the store? Or was this just he's a
was he
gambler?
giving away furniture if
Doesn't
he lost?
say. I'm not real sure. The story didn't say.
Because the
story
last
just
time
said he lost $1 million, and then he lost to the World Series, right?
Well, he broke even on that because he hedged his bet and ended up a wash.
Oh, well, that's not bad then.
Yeah, I'm sure he could afford to lose $1 million. I mean, you're not gonna risk $1 million if you can't afford to lose
didn't have $1 million on the game?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I let my wife do all the betting for us, so I don't know how much it was she put down.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even pay attention.
So it might even be more.
It might be
you
more.
Never know.
Yeah, it could be 5 or 10 million. I don't know.
Man,
she's nuts like that too. She'll just
throw it away.
Throw it away.
Have you looked in the checkbooks?
I haven't.
Sunday?
I need to do that.
Yeah.
Wow. I need to take
you
a
might
look.
have won.
Yeah,
she
possible.
She might have made out.
Possible.
Well, she's not putting that information in the checkbook. She's going to go spend it. If she won.
Congratulations to Greta Thunberg, too, being nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize for the second year in a row.
What?
There's no applause?
Where's that?
Congratulations to Greta. Okay.
Yeah.
Second year in a row.
I'm going to be Nancy Pelosi on this one and sit on my hands.
Wow, why do you hate young people? Why?
Why do you hate the climate?
Yeah.
I mean, the earth is...
No, it's I hate people from
So
Nordic
she didn't
countries.
win last time, right? So they got to give it to her again just so that we...
I'll bet they give it to her this time.
All right, she has to win one, right? She has to. It's agonizing.
Well, she's not going to be...
Congratulations.
Yeah, she's not winning any awards for class attendance. We know that.
She's 17 now. She's done with school. You don't need school after 17.
Right.
You just don't. Also, if you, I know you love animals. You got your little puppy,
do
your
I?
little dog,
Do I ever?
You know, you're feeding the little food supplements to make them little puppies again and everything. Well, an animal sanctuary in South Carolina has noted on their Facebook page that they are looking for volunteers. And they're not willing to pay. They want volunteers. So to come and hug some pigs that they have for adoption. Yeah, the pigs were rescued from a horrific hoarding situation.
Oh no,
in Kentucky. I know. We almost lost them.
Oh no.
And so if you want to adopt
a pig,
you can get them in South Carolina. And I wouldn't recommend saying, "Hey, I want to adopt a pig for bacon," but it'd be a good idea. You could adopt a pig and then take it home and.
They do let you take it home, or do you have to leave it there?
Sizzle it up. Well, right after you adopt it, it's yours, right? You get to do what you want with it. But for right now, it's just they want you to cuddle them and cuddle the rescue pigs. Yeah.
All right, great.
And they like belly scratches.
Oh, really?
Feeding them cookies.
Who doesn't?
And
I like belly scratches
and cookies.
too. Okay.
And cookies, and they're way easier to train than dogs.
Are they?
So according to the Cotton Branch Farm Sanctuary, they are. So
will they fetch? Will they play fetch?
You get the little pot-bellied cuddle bugs, and man, oh man, yes, they will. They will fetch. Yeah.
Good.
Are you familiar with any pot-belly cuddle bugs, Jeffy?
No, but I am, along with Pat, saying I'm okay with little belly rubs and cookies. I'm a fan. So thank you. Thank you. Another example of why you never say, "Okay, I give in. I don't want to apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it." Pizza shop in Ohio, the east of Chicago pizza store in Barberton, Ohio, is famous for his billboards. He puts up billboards, and they have little funny sayings on them, and he loves doing it. But he didn't want to. This one offended too many people. No. We're not cheering for this one. What are you talking about, man? We had legalized marinara. Our pizza is deep as potholes. Free box with every pizza. But this one that he put up, That is not. I don't know what. There shouldn't be laughing. There shouldn't be applause.
That's really funny.
This is very poor.
That's great.
Very poor taste.
Is it not true?
Very poor taste. Very offensive. That's making fun of weight issues.
Oh, stop it!
It's the physical and emotional issues of overweight people to deal with. January is human trafficking month, so it's very poor taste that we're talking about kidnapping.
Come on.
I'm sure that's what
January.
he meant. Yeah, he was totally thinking that.
So, I mean, he took it down. So sorry.
Of course he did.
He took it down. He's sorry.
Yeah, they probably should close up his shop. He should never work again.
I thought it was hilarious.
It is funny. It's funny.
I thought it was hilarious.
If we could just have a sense of humor again, wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? Mm-hmm. Yes, it would be.
All right, let me take 60 seconds and tell you about Brickhouse Nutrition and why I love their superfood, Field of Greens. A few years ago, the doctors and human performance experts at Brickhouse wanted to create a product you could take every day. That's all natural and will make you healthier. And the result was Field of Greens. One scoop has a full serving of real USDA certified organic fruits and vegetables that boost your immune system with antioxidants, with probiotics, prebiotics. There's not a single postbiotic in that food,
Not one.
which I appreciate a lot. No postbiotics at all. Just pre and pro. Real superfood, too. It's not an extract. Real superfoods reduce your risk of heart disease, memory loss. They're a great source of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and other nutrients. And you don't need to count pills or mix or match anything. Just put a scoop into a glass of water, stir it up, and drink it down. Or put it into a smoothie or whatever. It just sweetens it, and you're going to get all that great nutrition in you. Go to brickhousepat.com right now. Get 15% off your first order when you use the offer code PAT. Take the guesswork out of eating healthy, especially if you don't like vegetables like I don't. So I never get any in my diet, except from Field of Greens. Brickhousepat.com. That's brickhousepat.com. Offer code PAT.
Pat Gray.
All right. Getting back to Chewing the Fat with Jeffy.
By the way, you can subscribe to my podcast, Chewing the Fat, by just going to theblaze.com/podcast, and you can subscribe.
Download
iTunes.
it on SoundCloud. That's about the only place you can get it, is my understanding.
No, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not true. Yeah,
oh, wow.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That hurts.
That is a low dig right
That hurts.
there.
I know that hurts. But that's okay. You can't, for a long time, you could get it on SoundCloud.
You could, and it screwed us up.
Yes, it
The
did.
day people stopped using SoundCloud, all of our podcasts went up by a lot.
So thank you.
Amazing.
So,
Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you. Yes.
I know. Thank you very
Downloading
much.
the show.
So, be sure to subscribe. Good point on where we're at in America, and I don't think it's, good luck. A recent study by Oracle and Future Workplace reveals that artificial intelligence is reshaping the way people view their workplace. In fact, 64% of those surveyed said they'd trust a robot more than they'd trust their manager. So, good luck.
Wow.
Good luck. Apparently, they want new technologies in their office. They think it's going to help them.
Have you not seen Terminator?
I think it's going to help them master new skills. It's going to help you. 36%. Yeah, we'll gain more free time. Yeah, you will. Mm-hmm. You will gain more free time. Mm-hmm. So good luck. Good luck when you're trusting the robot more than you're trusting your manager. I'm sure you've seen, and the hashtag the Dolly Parton challenge that everyone's participating in, and now of course everybody wants a piece of the Dolly Parton challenge. Alice Cooper posted his the other day saying, "Which one is the best one?" And he showed the pictures of Alice Cooper, who, by the way, looks tremendous for 150 years old. These
There's
days.
no way that one in the right-hand corner is recent. There is no way. The guy is in his 70s. Come on.
It all started with Dolly Parton, and Dolly claimed that she didn't, it wasn't supposed to be this big hashtag challenge, but she started it just a couple weeks ago, mid-January, as just as an Instagram post with her, the Dolly Parton challenge, where you have the LinkedIn picture, the Facebook picture, the Instagram picture, and the Tinder picture. Mm-hmm. And I thought, well, I played along too. Mm-hmm. And I posted one, no problem. So I have my LinkedIn, my Instagram, my Facebook, and my Tinder.
Not the Tinder shot.
And of course, they put one together for Pat as well.
Of course they did.
For the Dolly Parton.
My Tinder shot is incredibly sexy. Look at that.
Right?
Look at that.
I mean, the Tinder shot is outstanding.
Were you impersonating Mick Jagger that day? What was happening there?
I don't know. What I was doing.
Those
those were in the days
glasses,
I was just about to get my surgery.
Yeah.
Where I got the implants in my eyes. And so I had to wear glasses for 3 months.
Yeah, long time.
And I've never worn glasses. That was a nightmare for me. But but it reminds me of how amazing that surgery is. Good golly, because you just wake up and you can see without contacts or glasses or anything. It's an amazing thing.
Incredible.
And now, because it's 5 years later, I just kind of take it for granted. I don't even think about it.
You look at that picture and go, why was I wearing glasses?
What
am I doing?
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible. Also, speaking of another challenge, a TikTok video posted. You know how you come up to a red light and it takes forever to change? It's not so bad here in Texas. Texas, they change pretty fast. They just don't stay green long. Mm-hmm. In Texas, like green, red, green, red. In Florida, they've decided to go the opposite way. What we'll do is we'll make it red for an hour, and then we'll make it go green for an hour. So both sides get it. But while you're waiting, some Florida residents made a TikTok video, and they just are in the street playing Uno, waiting for the light to change for the red light challenge.
That's funny.
They posted a quick video that went viral that just shows them getting out, and they're playing Uno in the street waiting for the light to change. So
there are some areas of town where the red light is lengthy.
Yes.
I swear, in that Bermuda Triangle area near where we all live.
Yes.
That red light lasts got to be 15, 20 minutes.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
But pro tip for you, traffic red light cameras are now illegal in the state of Texas.
Yeah, I love that.
So
love that.
Just throwing that out, a little friendly tip.
So what are you saying?
You can stretch how long green is in your mind.
That doesn't seem like a safety tip.
No risk now.
Seem like a safe.
I can't help you with stop signs though.
And I hope you're not recommending that people break the law.
Whoa, there's a law?
Yeah.
I mean, when that light is caution, you stop.
Right. Yeah. Well, you slow down. And then if it turns red, you stop.
And then you stop.
What do you do on yellow? Jeffy?
Slow down.
I believe
yellow means slow down.
Go faster.
Okay, so I'm in church with Pat and Jeffy today, apparently.
Remember way back when, one last story that's been driving me crazy. I don't get into a lot of politics on Chewing the Fat, so I do a little bit here just for fun. But remember way back when in 2019? I mean, you can't remember. 2019.
How old were you?
I don't know. You can't remember.
I think I was 12.
When former Vice President Joe Biden said this.
Yeah.
And I've never thought of politics as cold and antiseptic. I've always thought it about connecting with people. As I said, shaking hands, hands on the shoulder, a hug, encouragement. And now it's
sitting
all
on my
about
lap,
taking selfies together. And, social norms
kissing their hair.
have changed, they've shifted, and the boundaries of protecting personal space have been reset. And I get it.
She gets it. He gets
Do you, Joe?
Because
apparently in Iowa this past month, we have rotating pictures of Joe greeting different people in their personal space.
He thought that was okay because she's like 90.
He gets it. He gets it. As he goes on to selfie world, as he gets it. Everybody's just hugging. He's a hugger.
Oh, my.
He's a hugger. And then he tops, he doesn't care, male or female, he's a hugger. It's an important thing. He tops it off in Iowa by kissing his granddaughter on the lips.
I mean,
people were a little taken back.
I'm a little freaked out by that.
As Joe
more
kisses
than a little.
his granddaughter.
Maybe I'm wrong on that, but
no,
it
you're
seems
not.
inappropriate to me.
It seems because it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm torn. I'm not sure.
Did you kiss your daughters on the lips? I don't.
Not
I don't
at
do
all.
that. I mean, maybe some people do. I don't know.
Nope.
I guess I do.
Glenn kisses his kids on the lips.
Yeah, I guess I do.
I don't.
You know who else does?
Tom Brady.
Yeah, it was good enough for Tom.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to revisit that. But I really like to hear from people on the Biden granddaughter makeout session. What did you think?
You can't.
Pat Gray Unleashed. Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
And welcome to it. Great to have you with us. 888-900-3393. Also add Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Great State of the Union address last night, I thought.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Amazing to see the chasm in our country.
Man, it is a chasm.
I shouted out across that chasm. The Democrats are despicable.
Wait,
That's what I said.
I didn't see John there last night, but
Really pathetic.
Really bad.
What a performance by Democrats. Bizarre. How do you not cheer for the economy? How do you not cheer for America? How do you not cheer for our vets? Low unemployment, record low unemployment for minorities and women. And nothing. Sorry, we don't like any of it because it didn't come from a Democrat. Because it came from this guy whose guts we hate.
Right.
Wow, do they hate him? It's just... And for Pelosi to stand up at the end and start ripping up the speech in pieces. I just, it's so, there's no words to describe.
I know.
How awful they really are. Just amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Got this at Pat Unleashed from Callie Pigeon Rube. Just imagine the dirty looks Nancy would have given without the Botox.
Well, you could tell. I mean, there's a couple of shots where the right side is starting to sag a little bit. She needs to get the left side's still strong.
Yeah.
But the right side is needs a fix.
From Todd Owens. The Democrats were fuming last night, proving they would rather have the issue than the solution.
No kidding.
Democrats are the ones who've been oppressing minorities all along. That's for sure. That's for sure. Ever since, I don't know, the Civil War?
Yeah.
Think about who was oppressing minorities. Democrats. Reconstruction. Who was oppressing Democrats? Jim Crow. Democrats. All through. Who was it who resegregated the military? A Democrat.
KKK.
Yeah,
was a
Democrats.
tool of Southern Democrats.
Yep. Who was it that opposed the Civil Rights Bill for years and years and years? Democrats.
I'm sensing a trend here.
Yeah,
I think
Democrats, racist, awful Democrats. Mary McLaughlin. I think we should all send Nancy Pelosi a picture of ourselves ripping up the impeachment articles once the president is exonerated.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Funny.
From Johnny Doring, Nancy Pelosi ripping up Trump's speech might be the only coherent statement I've ever seen her make.
Nice.
And from Gen Y conservative, I hope after his win in November, Donald Trump at the next State of the Union hands Pelosi a coloring book to occupy her time. I'm hoping Nancy Pelosi won't be behind him.
Yeah, no kidding.
Next time, because I'm hoping people see the light and get them out of the majority in the House.
Yeah. Or I don't know if you want to play this now or later, but the guy who's challenging her.
Yeah, this is something else. It's another great, inclusive, tolerant Democrat who loves Pelosi and hates everybody who, I guess, runs against her or is a Republican. Watch this Pelosi supporter talking to her opponent.
I'm going to catch you when all the cameras aren't around, and I'm going to you up.
Oh, quiet.
No, I am.
No, you got the wrong guy.
No.
You got the very wrong guy.
Exactly right.
Nice.
Why are you so angry? I don't understand. I'm just here chatting with you. Why are you angry, man?
Not
you
angry.
probably disagree with me, but I disagree with you.
I actually want you there.
But why?
I want you dead.
Why?
Wow.
Because you're racist.
How do you know? You don't know one thing about me. I grew up in a public housing project.
I can tell by looking at you.
I grew up in a public housing project.
Wherever you grew up, you should go back there. Because we don't want you.
I don't need that. I've got that experience under my belt. I'm doing other things now,
we don't want
and
you
including helping people get
We don't
better.
want you here in that set.
I've lived here for 30 years. I'm not so sure how long you've lived here.
Born and raised here.
Well, I'm here 30 years. I'm the guy. I'm there. Not going anywhere. I got my family. So you go. You can't keep moving force people out.
I'm gonna catch you when all the cameras aren't around. And I'm gonna you up.
Oh, try it. No, you've got the wrong guy.
No.
And we're back to the beginning.
Yeah. Wow.
Jeez, man. Okay, you're gonna find him when the cameras aren't around, and you're gonna F him up. That seems like violent rhetoric.
Wow. Just a tad.
Huh.
Just a tad.
But hold on.
Wonderful, loving.
But that guy represents the party of tolerance and
right.
inclusivity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
right.
So, are we
a Nancy Pelosi fan? So you would think that that's completely out of character for him. Huh. Is he? Do we know that he's Antifa? Antifa, the anti-fascist people who are trying to shut down everybody's free speech, like I don't know, fascists do. Amazing.
Oh, just incredible.
But I mean, it's typical of what we have been seeing, and certainly what we saw last night. I mean, where they can't applaud for low unemployment for blacks and women. They couldn't even applaud for energy independence for the United States of America. They sat there on their hands with that. We're energy independent, and we're the biggest energy producer in the world. Yeah, I don't like that.
No, we don't.
No, I don't want that.
We don't want that.
Mm-mm.
We don't want that.
I want to be
all.
completely. I'd like to be completely dependent on Iran and Saudi Arabia. That's just me, maybe. No, that's all of us over here on the Democrat side.
Yep. No
that's
problem.
all of us. So what was the dressed in white thing last night?
Again?
It was women's suffragette. For some reason, I don't know. They're going back to that.
They know that they can vote, right?
I don't know.
And they know
Maybe
that
not.
they actually hold
positions in the government.
Power, yes.
Yeah.
Where their votes mean more than ours.
Right. Some were also wearing Equal Rights Amendment pins.
Oh, good.
I guess the House is going to vote on that this month.
Oh, good.
Others, and I love this, sported red, white, and blue striped lapel pins to highlight climate change.
Oh, my God.
2 representatives boycotted the State of the Union altogether. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you might have noticed she wasn't there with half of the squad.
I was devastated without her
right?
there.
Mm-hmm. Right? And Ayanna Pressley of Massachusetts was gone, too. Cortez tweeted out that she would, quote, not use my presence at a state ceremony to normalize Trump's lawless conduct and subversion of the Constitution. Oh, she loves the Constitution.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my gosh, she loves the Constitution. She's all about the Constitution, AOC. And so is Ayanna Pressley. She said she's boycotting because Trump consistently demonstrates contempt for the American people, contempt for Congress. I think all American people have contempt for Congress.
Yep.
And contempt for our Constitution. Because Ayanna Pressley's main concern is also the Constitution. Right. So
I mean, when you see the squad,
you know that they're all. You think Constitution immediately, don't you?
Immediately.
You think socialism and Constitution together,
hand in hand.
Oh man, is that amazing? I love it too that the president just right in their face talking about no Medicare and no free medical care,
no socialism
for illegal aliens, and no socialism.
I love it. I love how he keeps dropping that line in these speeches, man. Because that
so
stuff
good.
needs to be said for the record, so we can go back and read these transcripts generations from now and go, well, they tried to warn us.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was. You could tell, at least maybe. I mean, I was reading it that Donald J. Trump wanted to go into rally mode a couple of times.
He resisted it, though.
He did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And he stayed presidential, I thought.
He did.
It was great.
He was really good last night. It was really good. Talked about a ban on late-term abortions. Man, did they hate that.
Oh, they hated that.
But when infrastructure came up, yeah, we're all about infrastructure.
Well, that's what What's-Her-Face talked about in the Democratic response, right? She talked about the guy that filled the potholes on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe that's because your Michigan cohorts there stole all the money. So they couldn't fill the potholes with tax dollars.
Yeah, don't stop murdering babies. No, I can't stand up for that. But let's spend trillions of dollars on bridges and high-speed internet. I'm all about those two things.
All about that.
All about that.
How about some high-speed rail?
Oh, definitely high-speed rail.
Good.
Oh, yeah, absolutely have to have rail. And low-speed rail, too, by the way. If if the train travels 20 miles an hour down those tracks
still fine.
for 1,000 miles, I love it. I love it.
As long as it's worth, I don't know what, 10, 20, 30 million.
Yes.
That's good.
Well, a mile, you mean? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because rail is really expensive. It costs hundreds of millions to build.
No, not the slow speed.
Yeah, the slow speed.
Really?
Slow and fast, yeah.
Oh, wow.
It costs a lot to put down railroad tracks. And it's stupid to put down railroad tracks because we have something now called air travel. That's what it is.
Wait,
That's right. That's
Really?
right. We have air travel, which is cheaper as a rule. I mean, have you ever checked out the train fares?
Yeah, they're
Try to take Amtrak across the country and then compare that to a flight across the country.
Well, if you take a flight, like let's say I get on a plane now and I fly to L.A., I'd get there in a couple hours. And if I get on a train, I'd get there next week. You don't want to be there in a couple hours.
You don't want to be there that fast.
And they serve more food on the train, right? So
that's a good point.
Think of all the scenery you can see on the way.
You can enjoy a little bit of this country.
And and then
the amber waves of grain.
You pay more money that frees up your pocket space for your hands.
And food.
Yes.
Well, in Jeffy's case, for food. Jeffy's got food in his
Tater
pocket.
tots.
He's got cake in both pockets right now.
I wish I did. I'll tell you that.
888-900-3393. Let's go to Nick in Illinois. Hey, Nick, you're on the Blaze.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Oh, really well, thank you. You really concerned, or are you just making small talk?
I'm really concerned.
I was feeling some of that.
I'm really concerned.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
I'm doing good.
Pat,
Thank
Pat
you.
with your sin, Keith with his alcoholism, Jeffy with his.
Oh, wait a minute.
His fatness and other things.
He didn't say that. I don't know why.
I think the word you're looking for is gluttony.
He didn't say that either.
I heard it coming on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
I was going to say something else, but I got to throw this in there. I don't really. Is it really that big of a deal that Nancy ripped up the State of the Union at the end of the thing?
All right.
It's a show of disrespect.
In this country, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it kind of is. I've never seen it before. I've never seen anything like that before. It seems like kind of a big deal. But apparently you don't
help but thinking that those of us, especially those of us on the right. I'm not saying that any of us would do this on the right, because we stand on principle. We don't have the need to stand on actions like ripping up the copy of the State of the Union. But I can't help but thinking that some of the voices on the right would be going, oh yeah, that was awesome if somebody on the right did it to Obama's speech or something.
I'm sure some would. I wouldn't. I would think that was disrespectful too. This is what makes us different than the rest of the world.
And what makes us different is we don't really know because it's never happened. That's the difference. Nobody on the right ever did that during the 8 speeches that Obama did. But yeah, appreciate the call. It used to be that sticks and stones would break my bones, but names don't hurt me, or ripping up pieces of paper don't hurt me. We kind of don't live in that world anymore. And so if you're judging by the standards that they've created, it's a big deal. And that's what I find myself doing now all the time, because they created this environment.
And that's your argument to me a lot of times, because I'm with Nick. Is it that big a deal? Really,
in the scope of world events, no. Is it compared to World War II? No, it's not. The atomic bomb? No, it's not a big deal.
We're in a high-speed rail? No, it's not a big deal.
When you say it like that.
But in the world they've created,
Yes.
it's a huge deal.
Yes, it is.
Judging by their standards, it's monumental. It really is.
And they created it.
Right.
It's their world.
Now they get to lay in it.
Yeah.
You made your bed, Democrats. Now you get to lay in it. Or lie in it, which they do all the time anyway. They do nothing but lie. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let me tell you about keeping your hair, because it's possible to do now. Jeffy, Keith.
What?
Pat.
Sorry.
What you might not know is that we know what causes hair loss. It's usually a hormone called DHT. Well, the FDA approved 2 hair treatments now that can help control DHT and prevent hair loss. And it can trigger hair regrowth in 65% of the men that use it. That's a really good percentage of guys. So until now, these were really expensive because they were brand names. But now, Keeps has the generic versions of these two FDA-approved hair products. So not only are they up to 90% effective at stopping hair loss, but they're totally affordable. And we're going to get you half off to make them even more affordable. Plus, you just sit there at your couch or, in your office, at your desk, whatever. You answer a few questions, snap a few pictures of your hair, and a licensed doctor will review your information and recommend the right hair loss treatment for you. Then they'll ship it directly to discreetly to your door. So if you're tired of losing hair, get 50% off your first order. 50% off. Go to keeps.com/Pat. Keeps, KEEPS.com/Pat. Keeps.com/Pat.
Pat Gray. Pat Gray returns on the Blaze Radio Network.
And welcome to it. There's just so much to talk about today. We need like 5 shows to get to it all.
We could probably stick around.
Yeah, just bring up Glenn show and just keep going.
Stick around.
Weather's moving in.
That's another thing. The weather. Jeez. I mean, Monday, it was supposed to be sunny and 75. It was cloudy and about 55.
Raining.
Today, we're supposed to have an ice storm.
Right. Snowpocalypse.
It hasn't gotten down to anywhere near, 36 is as close to freezing as it's gotten.
Yeah. 33.
And it's just sprinkling. It was 36 where I was.
Oh, okay.
And it is 36 here.
Well, I drive from New Mexico.
Yes, I know.
33.
Yes, I know. You're from the Northland. So they don't even know what the weather is going to be like this afternoon, but we're expected to believe what they're saying about 85 years from now. 2105, the high temperature is going to be 173 degrees.
We'll be lying in the streets dead.
Shut up. But we're supposed to buy it.
Right.
Every single thing they say about climate change, we're supposed to buy into.
I mean, these are the same people that can't even get an app right.
Right.
In Iowa, are we just claiming everybody victorious in Iowa and we're done?
Yeah. Yes, they are.
If I'm Joe Biden, I want that. That's for sure.
Yeah. The victor has been declared. It is Carrot Top. Carrot Top is just won the Democrat primary in Iowa. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought
wasn't even running.
I thought it was Donald Trump, but go ahead.
Carrot Top.
71% of precincts are in now.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I mean, we've picked up a whole nother.
And it's only been, 48 hours now? Mm-hmm. Of course, in other news, results from New Hampshire are already rolling in.
Yeah.
That's what I love the speech of the guy from Iowa yesterday. Like, it's been a day. We've worked day and night to get this right. And I thought, dude, it's been one day. You screwed the whole thing up.
A day and a night. What's your problem with that? What he said is true. We worked a day and a night.
And this guy's a liar.
So with 71% of precincts in, Buttigieg 26.8, Sanders 25.2, really close. But I think they're feeling like Buttigieg is going to win this thing.
Yeah,
he's probably going to hang on. But I mean, it's 71% of precincts. Could it change? Mm-hmm. I think so. Warren is at 18.4. Biden finished 4th.
I know.
15.4%. Klobuchar almost caught up with him at 12.6. And then you got billionaire Tom Steyer at 0.3. So his money's been well spent.
There was this funny thing on Tom Steyer where only one person showed up at a tiny precinct. I think it was outside of Ottumwa, Iowa, and they went for Tom Steyer. That was the delegate he won.
Oh, really?
So congratulations.
In Ottumwa?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's right. O'Reilly's hometown, I believe, isn't it?
There. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I love how the Onion...
Is he running?
No, he's a delegate.
Oh,
yeah.
You were talking about the app crashing and stuff. I love that headline from the Onion that said, DNC offers startup $500 million to develop a pencil that can accurately record election results. I thought that was good.
It's good. The Onion is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, but this company they use, the Shadow Inc., man, ooh, they're connected to so many Democrats like Obama and Hillary. I think Biden and Buttigieg used them on just texting stuff.
It is not true, though, that Buttigieg is a part owner of this.
No, that's a rumor that the Sanders representative is trying to spread.
Yeah.
That's crafty. But,
I mean, it's only been 4 years since the last time that people have been in Iowa voting, right?
Give them some time.
You can't create an app
Right.
in
Not
4
not
years.
in 4 years.
I saw where Iowa is now at risk of losing their
I saw that
first
too.
caucus.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be a shame.
Democrat Party apparatus are saying, no way will they do this again. No way will they be the first. So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. 888-900-3393. And here, this is kind of weird, too. This is how one precinct decided who their guy was going to be.
I didn't understand this.
Look at this. Watch.
Coin flip here. Right? 3 delegates are at risk. Right?
They're doing a coin flip. And it is...
That's not how you flip a coin.
No! Does he know what a coin is? Watch this.
And look at, he manipulates it.
Watch this. He's like, okay.
Heads.
What is...
And then he flipped it over again.
I'm telling you, man.
That is unbelievable. He just cheated and then said Buttigieg.
Yep. Mayor Pete gets 3 delegates on
a coin flip.
That
wasn't a coin
cheating.
flip.
On a cheated coin flip. Buttigieg wins.
That was horrible.
I mean, that's the caucus, though, right? I mean, that's the way they do their stupid caucusing, which is just.
I didn't know they cheated on coin flips.
Yeah, I didn't know it came down to a coin flip.
That's a first. We found out. That's inside information.
Oh, okay.
The cheating
That's
coin flip.
never happened before.
No, I don't think so.
All right, good. Well, I'm glad we caught the one time it ever happened.
Yeah, because they wouldn't cheat
That's perfect.
other times.
Jeez, that is freaky.
So bad.
Speaking of Buttigieg and some of his people, this is great. We had one woman show up who apparently didn't know an awful lot about Buttigieg, even though she just voted for him.
Huh.
She just decided that Buttigieg was her guy, and then she turns in her card, and here's what happens.
Oh, no.
So are you saying that he has a same-sex partner? Yes.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? He's married
No.
to him, yes.
He's married to a man.
Well, then I don't want anybody like that in the White House.
Wait,
so can
what?
I have my card back? I don't know.
Can I have my card back?
We could go ask. I never knew that.
She never knew that.
The whole point of it is, though, if
He's just a human being like you and me,
and
right?
Well, she's trying to
should it
help her.
really matter?
Shouldn't matter.
That's what. Well, he better read the Bible. He does, and he says that God doesn't choose a political party. Because why does it say in the Bible that a man should marry a woman then? Well, I totally respect your viewpoint on this.
I'm going to try to talk you out of your viewpoint, but I totally respect it.
We were not around. How come this has never been brought out before?
How come it hasn't come out? How come it hasn't come out before?
I never heard it.
Well, you're pretty sheltered then, Puddin'.
We can talk to someone if you need to talk to them about this. I don't know the rules on this or not, but I guess what I would like you to just dig deep inside and think like, should it matter if it's a woman, or if it's a man, or if they're heterosexual or homosexual, if you believe in what they say.
Should it matter?
That's my question. It all just went right down the toilet, is where it all just went.
All right.
And
That's great. I mean, first of all, yes, I believe what the Bible says, but now you just made a great point of whether it should matter, and you're right, it shouldn't, because you just talked me out of my religious point of view. Standing here in this precinct right now, I never thought of it that way before. That's so great. First of all, this is a Democrat, not a Trump supporter.
Right.
But a loving, inclusive, diverse Democrat. I love that. Second, to be so openly anti-gay, it's kind of shocking at this point, isn't it? I mean, it's...
Well, she's not anti-gay. She's just anti-gay in the White House.
Okay.
She said, I don't want somebody like that
in the White House.
Somebody like that in the White House.
That's a good spin, yeah. So what a voter that should not be there if she doesn't know basic things about the candidate she just voted for.
If you don't know that Pete Buttigieg is gay at this point, where it's been everywhere on every broadcast about him,
in our face
from the beginning, the talk about low information voters. Where have you been? How could you not know? You just voted for the guy. You don't know he's married to a man? His husband has been prominently displayed in multiple articles and newscasts. That's amazing video.
I know.
Amazing video. And I'm glad it's a Democrat, because otherwise they would be talking about how ignorant and stupid and ill-informed Republicans are. That's your person right there.
Pat Gray.
Got some emails or tweets. Emails.
Same thing.
Speaking of emails, we're going to tell you about how you need to stop emailing people because it's killing the earth. It's killing the earth. Yeah. You want to be environmentally friendly? Stop doing email. Tell you about that coming up. But some tweets at Pat Unleashed. Amy What's-Her-Face tweets, guys, everybody knows the Democrats' work days are kind of like dog years to them. One full day feels like 7. Two-headed caucus coin? I declare myself the winner of the Iowa caucus after the two-headed coin flip.
There you go.
Patrick Henry's ghost. Didn't vote for Trump in 2016, supported Cruz. Abstained in 2016, but now Speaker Pelosi has made me decide to vote for Trump 2020. That's happening to a lot of people, I think.
Sure is.
It happened to us. I mean, the Democrats have been so full-scale hate on this guy that it pushed us to him.
It sure does. They make you like the man.
They do. Yes, they do. Whether you did originally or not, you do now because they forced you into it. Chad Kasunik. The Dems' first mistake was contacting with Clinton tech team to create the app. Coding errors should be expected when typing with sledgehammers.
Right.
Nate the Butcher. Look, Fat, if Iowa was decided by a push-up contest, Biden would have been a shoo-in.
Right? Thank you. Thank you.
Look, Fat. Speaking of Biden, let's go back to the photo of he and his grandchild, which is, I guess this was at a Biden event.
It was an event, and he was talking about how much he loved his granddaughter and how.
Get a room. Good God.
He just gives her a kiss goodbye. Thanks for coming.
Look at that. That's creepy. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's creepy.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. It's creepy. It's creepy.
I'm with you, man. I don't like it.
I mean, you don't think it's creepy?
Do you think anything's creepy?
That's a good question, Keith. Because that's the heart of the matter. I think we just got down to the heart of the matter.
The code has been cracked. But yeah, so
there was some coding errors.
Oh, did you want to? I don't know if you were going to play the Tom Brady thing. Are we going to revisit that? Or
yeah, I mean, here's another person that kisses on the lips, and this is his.
Oh, hello.
11-year-old son or 12-year-old son.
I was wondering if I could check my fantasy team. What do I get?
Okay, what do I get? All right. So the kid's like, oh crap, I gotta go kiss him. Look,
kiss my dad on the lips.
That was just a little peck. Now the poor kid wipes his mouth. He hates this.
No, he doesn't.
Not his dad. A good game.
Gosh,
Newton's having a good game.
Kid, it's grotesque. Is it not grotesque?
I'm sorry, that bothers me.
Me too.
That bothers me. Just like the Biden thing, it bothers me too.
And obviously the kid hates it.
Yeah,
he rolls his eyes and he wipes his mouth the second he's done. And I mean, what's in it for me?
There's probably a lot of people that kiss their children on the lips, and there's nothing wrong.
Oh yeah, sure. And most of them are laying half naked on a bed.
Yeah, I don't like
it. When they do it too, just like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
First of all, it was not a bed.
Okay. A massage table.
It's not on a bed.
All right. I mean, so that's fine to you? Jeffy, you're okay with both of those?
As Twitter has picked up this morning, Jeffy quote, "If it's good enough for Tom."
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. It's funny though.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Hello.
What do you got?
No, nothing. I'm fine with it.
Really?
You're fine with it?
You love your kids.
Uh-huh. There's plenty of ways to show
love your kids
other than kissing them on the lips. But yeah, I'm sure there was nothing wrong.
I mean, people kiss their freaking dogs. Let their dogs lick them in the lips.
Yeah,
we're going to complain about that.
We've seen what comes of that.
Yeah, butt tongue disease. You ever heard of it?
Butt tongue disease. That's what comes of that.
You don't want that, man.
I don't want none of that.
You lose limbs.
Body parts falling off.
Do you not recommend butt tongue disease?
No, I don't. No, I do not.
I mean,
not for 1 second.
Do you think losing a limb is worth making out with your pup?
I've already given up a body part.
I tell my daughter all the time. My youngest daughter kisses our dog all the time, and I'm like, "Don't kiss the dog! Don't! You know where that's been? Ick! Yeah, Stop!"
It's been places you don't want to go.
No, they don't listen to me. Mm-hmm. Okay, whatever. 888-900-3393. Did you see that Trump just achieved his highest approval rating of his presidency? At least in the
middle of impeachment.
Yeah. in a normal poll. Not only that, but with 100%, it just had this last week, 100% of network news coverage negative.
Oh, yeah.
100? That's almost impossible. 100% of news coverage is again negative?
Think about this. Around the clock, Democrats have an open microphone to make their case against the President of the United States in the middle of an election season where people are considering other options.
Yep.
And he's at his highest approval rate.
49%.
That's because he did it right, I think. I was thinking about this the other day. He owned it. And he's gone to these rallies. He's continued with these rallies, and he goes in front of his people and says, "This is silly," and he's just owned it. And if you're for, that's the divide we have, right? I mean, you either love him or you
hate his guts.
Hate him, yeah.
Well, and it's true because Republicans are up to 94% approval. 94%. I'm guessing I fall into that. I think I'm among the 94%, right?
You're a Republican?
No. Well, I don't consider myself.
I don't know that you would be considered
I'm
in this
independent.
poll here.
Did you answer the call when they called?
No, I did not.
Well, then not in the poll.
He doesn't answer any call. When
Independents gave Trump 42% approval. That's pretty good. Wow, that's up 5 percentage points. Democrats went from 10 to 7. So Democrats continue to hate him. They hate him even more. They're down to 7% approval. Wow, that is something else. Are we divided in this country or what? Pretty amazing.
And I don't know that I don't know what heals that division, if anything does. I mean, we could talk about getting rid of Nancy Pelosi, and we could talk about voting out, the Congress people and bringing in new Congress people and, getting a new speaker, but that doesn't heal the divide.
No, it doesn't. Mm-mm. One of the proposals last night, I think, will help school prayer, bringing back school prayer, which he's talking about doing. Turning to God is certainly not going to hurt. I think that helps us. I think that's the only way to heal the divide now. And if we don't do that, we're not going to heal the divide. There's still going to be that chasm. There's the chasm in this country. What did you think of the... Fox News is showing President Guaido, the true leader of Venezuela, who was at the State of the Union address last night. And that seemed to be something both sides cheered.
Yeah, that was the one thing I noticed. They both stood up.
It looked like Democrats cheered that, which was incredible. Because I thought you guys loved socialism. You're sure trying to make it happen here. What? So now you're choosing the alternative to socialism in Venezuela? Okay.
So hold on, I was looking up, if I'm reading this right, the percentage of Republicans that voted for Reagan in 1984, 93. So
wow.
Trump's already doing better than Reagan as far as re-election year party support goes.
That's something else.
Oh, wow.
Jeez. All right. Liz Warren landed, was she in New Hampshire here?
I think she was landing in New Hampshire. I think
New Hampshire. She headed to New Hampshire because that's the next stop on the tour. Mm-hmm. And she's probably got a decent shot there, although Sanders probably wins New Hampshire. Yeah. But she's probably going to do well there. Probably better than in Iowa, I would think. Anyway, she's trying to hide. See if you can figure out why she's trying to hide behind her people here.
Really funny.
Getting off the private plane. Oh, and there's... there's a camera. So let me just walk... Let me just walk behind this person so you can't... Yeah, I'm not here. You can't see me. I did not just get off this private plane. I'm all about climate change. I'm not here.
Her argument to that is just the angle, right? It's just the angle.
No.
That's her argument, right? It's just the angle.
And then when she gets exposed... Then she turns to the airport worker away from the camera. Hey, how you doing over there?
Yep.
I mean, they were already beat up, right? Because her and Bernie both left on private planes like about 30 minutes apart.
Which it just defeats every argument they've ever made.
Every argument.
Don't try to tell me about climate change. Shut up about climate change.
Right.
I don't want to hear it from you because you don't believe it.
Not a chance.
And you're not living it.
Not a chance.
If if you can't, I mean, don't give me this excuse that you have to use private jets, because you don't.
Right. And even if you have
you
to,
could take a
you're
take
both
a public
going to the
flight.
same destination.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you could both get on an actual commercial airline.
There you go. And then you guys can have a conversation about how communism is going to take over the world together as you fly from Iowa to New Hampshire.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I don't expect you to take a bus, but you could take a commercial plane.
What about a train?
You could definitely take a train. That would be way better.
What about a high-speed train? At how much per rail?
Low-speed
If you can find a high-speed train in Iowa that goes to New Hampshire, get on it, because that's like a unicorn right there. You could take a car. Wouldn't that be less than a private plane?
Do cars go from Iowa
they do.
to New Hampshire?
You can make them do that, yeah.
Oh, Beto used to drive around in a car, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
burning
he did.
fossil fuels on aimless journeys. I mean, there's another hypocritical way to act.
So crazy. I mean, just the hypocrisy. Shut up about your climate change crap. None of them believe it. None of them. And that includes Al Gore, who's always on private jets. Well, I take a commercial plane from time to time. Yeah, from time to time.
I mean, that's Steyer's.
What?
Wasn't it Steyer we played that was, making his argument that we've done everything we can.
By sequestering carbon.
Yeah, we've done everything we can.
Yeah, on my ranch, that's 800,000 acres.
Yeah, how many acres does one man need, Tom?
My 800,000 acre ranch. I sequester carbon there.
Now we've talked about.
We've talked about all the ways we can do it. We haven't done anything about it, but we've talked a lot about it.
And every time I get on the Lear, I think
I shouldn't be on this Lear.
No, this Lear jet is just too much.
And Lear is not. No, it's
Too
on the
much.
Gulf. It's on the Gulf. The Gulf Stream.
No, Tom's got a Lear.
You're on the G. You're on the G550.
The G5, yeah. It's on the G5.
Lear. Not for Tom Steyer. That's downstream
I'm
stuff,
sorry,
man.
I
Come on. Yeah, who are you dealing
I thought
with
he was
here?
trying to help.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Let me tell you about Books. That's short for
What'd you call me?
Bouquet, the Books Company.
Oh.
If you haven't done anything for your wife or your girlfriend, your significant other, your mom, your sister, whatever, here's your chance to fix it. Books, B-O-U-Q-S, as in bouquets of flowers. Because, even if she says she doesn't want a Valentine gift, she does.
Yeah, as perfect as you are,
And she
Jeffy.
still deserves one.
Even you need help.
Yeah. But Books offers farm fresh, sustainably sourced flowers for next or same day delivery.
Nice.
You order today, you get 25% off your entire purchase. Go to Books.com/Pat. That's BOUQS.com/Pat for 25% off with the code PAT. That's P-A-T. I don't waste any consonants.
Yeah.
Not like Glenn, who uses two N's, completely wasteful. You only need the one. I just have the one T, P-A-T. So
show
use it.
off. I mean, I've got two F's. I didn't think it was that big a deal.
Yeah, you just need the one. You're a waster of consonants as well. Wow. And remember, Valentine's Day, of course, not just for lovers, is for that special anybody in your life. Let your mom know how much you love her, or make that first move on the person you've been crushing on, whatever it is. If you think it's cold now, just wait till you don't do anything for Valentine's Day.
I'm looking at this website, BOUQS.com/Pat. There's some great looking flowers on there.
Yeah, oh, they're beautiful.
Great
Too.
prices.
I said, we got some for my wife, and they lasted 12 days. Beautiful. Every single one of them bloomed, and it was just a beautiful bouquet of roses.
Love it.
They also have sweet treats, beautifully styled bouquets, plants, gifts, whatever you need. This Valentine's Day, spread the Book love with your first love, your forever love, all of your loved ones. Go to Books.com/Pat, BOUQS.com/Pat for 25% off with the offer code PAT.
It's Pat Gray Unleashed on the Blaze.
Hello, and welcome back. 888-900-3393. You know who actually spoke out on some of this climate change nonsense? Really surprised me. Was Bill Gates. Sort of.
Yeah.
I mean, sort of. He did kind of call out
I thought it was real good.
environmentalists. Listen to this.
And remember, electricity is 25% of greenhouse gas emissions. Whenever we came up with this term clean energy, I think it screwed up people's minds because they didn't, now they don't understand. I was at this conference in New York, I won't name it, and they were saying, all these financial guys got on stage and said, oh, we're going to rate companies in terms of their CO2 output. And we're going to say this company puts out a lot of CO2 and financial markets are magic.
What do you want to bet that includes Microsoft?
Oh, yes. I was thinking the same thing.
That hit him where he lived. Now he's a little pissed off.
Yes.
All right, let's see the rest.
We're going to say this company puts out a lot of CO2 and financial markets are magical, and all of a sudden the CO2 will stop being emitted. And I was like, okay, how are you going to make steel? Do you guys on Wall Street, do you have something in your desks that makes steel? What? Where's the fertilizer, cement, plastic? Where's it going to come from? You know, do planes fly through the sky because of some number you put on a spreadsheet? So the madness of this so-called finance is the solution. I just don't get that.
I like it,
There
though.
is no substitute for how the industrial economy runs today.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Did he just wake up to reality? That's amazing.
He woke up to Microsoft being charged a bunch of money.
Yes, he does not want Microsoft to be micromanaged.
Right.
He doesn't want, and tell me how much CO2 Microsoft can use. Shut up.
That's correct.
Even though he's not even in charge of the company anymore, he's got a big stake in it because he owns a lot of stock.
And he owns a lot of stock in a lot of other things, too. That,
he does.
Create a lot of
And he's on the
jobs
board of all kinds of companies.
Yes. So,
and some of them probably make steel.
Absolutely, they do.
I mean, that's really good because he seems to have realized, I'm sorry, we need to use this stuff.
Right.
This is ridiculous. Stop it.
And now they've started this what's it called, pipeline to something, and they're having investors not invest in companies that create energy and create products.
Right. And
so
Microsoft
that
is a
will hurt
huge
them.
company. That's going to hurt them.
Yes,
it is. Microsoft, Apple, they're not going to stop with ExxonMobil and Chevron.
Nope.
They're going to go to all these gigantic corporations.
Yep.
They're going to eat their own. They're going to eat up Amazon. They're going to eat up Apple. They're going to eat up Microsoft.
I don't know. These guys might. I mean, now you got guys like Gates pushing back now because
Yeah,
they're like,
thank
wait
you.
a second.
He's pushing back against Elizabeth Warren and her socialism. He's pushing back against the environmental movement.
Yeah, look around a little bit, please.
Right. That's amazing to me. I mean, he's still a zero population growth guy. Still, his dad was the head of Planned Parenthood. He's still a big abortion guy.
Don't bog people down with facts.
Yeah, he still wants to fly on planes. We'll cut him some slack.
You better believe he wants to fly on planes. He has to fly on planes.
He has to. He's got conferences to go to all around the globe.
He does. Right.
There's no high-speed train to go.
And he's doing so much good work for Africa. I mean, he's doing all kinds of stuff. And it's stuff, he's focused on things that other people aren't, like their sewer systems in villages and trying to make it healthier because, they're living in squalor and it's killing people because of the disease that springs up from that. He's helping take care of that. Yeah, he's done some great things, and he's going to need a private jet to get there and back. Cut him some slack. Meanwhile, at the have you seen the warning at the bottom of your email? It says, please consider the environment before printing. But even if you do, care about how much you print your email, that ain't the half of it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, more and more people on electronic mailboxes use that as a life organizer. There's old emails. Oh, my gosh.
Don't even start
I've
with
got,
that.
so many. I've got tens of thousands.
I don't even know where the delete button is for my inbox.
Yeah, I don't.
Empty trash, whatever that is.
I think I have, something like 37,000 new
I've
emails.
taken them. I've got some old emails like in separate files. Does that count?
Yes, it does count.
Still,
yes.
No, but I mean, it counts like it doesn't count against my.
No, it does. Yeah. It does. Yeah.
But I've got it in a separate file.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Old emails, photos, files from years past, all undisturbed, awaiting your search for a name, a lost address, or a photo of an old boyfriend or girlfriend. Problem is that all of those messages require energy to preserve. And despite the tech industry's focus on renewables, the advent of streaming and artificial intelligence, it's only accelerating the amount of fossil fuel burned to keep the data stored, to keep it up and running and cool. Right now.
You never think of this.
I didn't think of this till this article. I would have never thought. Well, email, so what?
Well, that's Bill Gates. That's his argument, right? How do you think this stuff happens?
Yep. Right.
Yep.
Right. And this is why he's pushing back.
That's exactly right.
Data centers consume about 2% of the world's electricity, but that's expected to reach 8% by 2030. Moreover, only about 6% of all data ever created is in use today. Wow. Wow. That means 94% is sitting in some vast cyber landfill with a massive carbon footprint. It's all costing us the equivalent of maintaining the airline industry for data we don't even use. Wow, that's pretty amazing.
You never think of that. And we talk about all the energy like something like Bitcoin uses, right? We heard that fun fact about, I forgot what the total is. We couldn't believe it. We looked it up, and sure enough, my goodness, you're draining a power plant to mine a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So a lot involved that we just never think of. You know?
I saw the bytes involved here, and it was something just outrageous. I'm not seeing it here, though. Dang, I forget what it was, but it was unbelievable. You know, it went from terabytes or gigabytes and then terabytes and then, I don't know. It was like outrageous. We've got a lot of stuff stored, a lot of stuff, and it's apparently costing some energy. But you don't even think of that. No. I mean, that's one thing I've never even considered.
All I know is I want the lights to come on when I flip the switch.
Me too. And I want the email to go where I want it to go when I send it. That's all I want.
Thank you.
And I want you to download our podcast on Apple and iHeart and Stitcher, Spotify, Google, and
well, thank you for mentioning chewing the fat.
I didn't. I was talking about Pat Gray Unleashed, but certainly go ahead and do that too. What he said. I forget what it was, but
he said chewing the fat.
Thank you.
Is that what he said?
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I heard.
All right. I didn't hear that because I wasn't paying attention to it. Is he still in here? Is he still here?
What are we talking about again?
Didn't chewing the fat end like an hour ago?
Yeah.
What's he still doing here?
Huh, I don't know.
I can't get
awkward though.
I'm stuck.
No. Neither of us have asked him to leave. I think formally.
Get out. No. 888-900-3393.
Almost over.
By the way, just a quick reminder. A year ago today, we lost our friend Doc.
I know.
Oh, Doc Thompson.
A year ago today. It's
Very
been
sad.
This is the 1 year anniversary. So pray for his family today. And remember his rules.
Yes.
His rules of engagement. Number 1, don't be a jerk.
Rules to live by. I love it.
Seems simple enough.
Mm-hmm. Well,
unless you're Jeffy.
Simple
unless you're Jeffy or Nancy Pelosi. Number 2, keep the talent happy. That's a great tip. That's a really good tip. That's a really, really good tip.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3, always come clean. Jeffy doesn't even know what that means. He's looking at me like, what? I don't even understand that concept.
Are you speaking English?
What was you talking about there? First of all. Number 4, it's not offensive if it's true. Okay?
Thank you.
And number 5, just because you can doesn't mean you should. All good rules.
Love it.
We miss him.
Yes, we do. And you can find those Doc's rules to live by on Pat Unleashed on Twitter.
Okay. 888-900-3393. We still have just a pile of stuff. It'll have to wait for another day.
Yeah,
do we get the Trump vote today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll find out.
That's right. There's another thing.
Yes.
Jeez, we got the impeachment trial today
on
whether to acquit him, and gosh, I wonder what they'll do.
I don't know what they're going to do. That's why
so
they're voting.
Worried about it.
I know.
What are they going to do? Who's going to win this?
It's going to be a cliffhanger, y'all.
If he's, it could be President Pence by noon today.
Good.
All right, and we'll be here tomorrow again to talk about all of it. I'm Pat Gray Unleashed.